Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we're playing Genshin Impact, and it hurts me to say that unfortunately I pushed as hard as I possibly could, but could not get the Primo Gems necessary in order to get Ayaka before her banner goes away. So I had to cave, I had to do it in order to get her. I did end up purchasing one of the crystal top-offs, getting the $30 crystal top-offs to bring us up to 4,570 Genesis crystals, and that should definitely get us to the 90 wishes necessary to get Ayaka. So again, I tried my best, tried to push as hard as I could, squeeze out every possible Primo Gem I could with the time that I had remaining. So as you can see here, we were trying, even as of earlier today, squeezing out a few intertwined fates. So we have 6, I believe it was 66 is as far as I possibly could have gotten. I did the Archon quest. I didn't have enough time to do all the world quests, but I tried my best to squeeze out every single possible Primo Gem that I possibly could. So we did get up to 66, really just about 10 shy of around the 70 to 75 range, where we normally get our 5-star. So this is going to be the guaranteed hard pity. Remember that my soft pity we did on live stream, and then I got a C3 Gene, which is, don't get me wrong, exciting, but we wish we could have gotten on the first one so we could start stacking up Primo Gems so that we could get the Electro Archon, or that we could save up for Kokomi or other future characters. So unfortunately I had to go in all the way in order to get Ayaka, and I had to do the purchases, but that's okay personally, because I have invested enough time in this game. I've literally been playing it for almost a year, so spending like about $30, $40 over the course of a year really isn't too bad in my opinion, especially when you have an account that you've already invested in. So if I only played this game for about 2-3 months, all I would do is just reroll, reroll till you get the character that you want. But considering I've invested a lot of time, a lot of resources, even just streams into this game, I found it okay. So unfortunately the free-to-play is gone out the window, but we still have a pretty awesome account where we've got like a C6 Chongyun, a C3 Jean, so lots of good stuff in this account. And I'm okay saying that I've really only spent about, I think it is a grand total, including gifts, about 50-60 bucks over the course of a year. So that's okay. So let's do what we came here to do, and let's go ahead, pull for Ayaka. We are still going to do these single wishes, going one at a time, because we want to save as much as possible, especially when it comes to Genesis crystals, because remember that Genesis crystals, like when the Gene came out, the Genesis crystals were the only way you could pay for the outfit. So I'd rather just save the Genesis crystals, to be honest, as much as possible. So I am okay slow rolling this one as opposed to just doing it all at once, just doing a big bank of Primo Gems. Because remember, you can keep getting Primo Gems. Primo Gems are going to come in the game. You get them through events, you get them through dailies. So I would rather just do this one at a time, save as many Genesis crystals as possible, because if there is a costume that I like and you can only get it via Genesis crystals, as much as possible I would not like to put actual money into this game, but I did find it necessary in order to try and guarantee ourselves the Ayaka. I think we're in a weird spot right now where I actually think, because how many did we do in a row right there, like 4 or 5? Oh no, we got a Chongyun. Okay. So as long as within the next 2 we get some sort of 4-star, 5-star, I think we're actually still in the green, where single rolls are equally, if not about a little bit higher than doing the 10 pulls. But as of right now, I'm still liking the single rolls. I like this idea of saving Primo Gems as much as possible. All right, we got a purple C, so we break even once more, getting a book. So unfortunately not a character, but it does give us some extra star glitter, and that is going to help us out, so we can actually get another intertwined fate here. So we should be cracking around the 70 range right now. So we're approaching hard pity real soon, actually. So let's actually just get this right now, because again, intertwined fates, that stuff, or I'm sorry, the star glitter, that's gonna come in time. But Genesis crystals are, oh, there it is. There it is, y'all, with the star glitter that we got. We finally got our Kamisato Ayaka, and it took a while. And see, now I save all the Genesis crystals that I didn't use in order to to save for like future costumes. Like if they have an Ayaka costume, I'm saving for that. So unfortunately had to lose the free-to-play status, but in this case, in my particular opinion, it was like a necessary evil in order to get Ayaka, who we've always wanted since the game started. So in order to kind of, I guess, commemorate the fact that we got Ayaka, let's go ahead, let's play around here. So how many Genesis crystals did we actually have? Right, so we still have 3,362, so I think we did about like 10-ish wishes in order to get Ayaka, and that's totally okay with me. This is literally like, what, 2 costumes? How much did the jean cost? The jean costume, let's see, it was 1,680, so this is actually about 2 costumes? Yeah, it's about 2 costumes, so we're good if in case another costume thing comes around, and we've got enough Primo Gems, or I'm sorry, Genesis Crystals to purchase too. So we are good there. Let's go ahead, hop into, oh boy, all right. Let's take care of this first, and then we'll check out our Kamisato Ayaka. So yeah, we literally look how much time we have left. 20 hours and 14 minutes. If I didn't do it right now, I probably would have forgotten and then just missed my chance entirely. But we don't want to go there. So let's go ahead. Let's pull up our Kamisato Ayaka. Let's go. And we actually, in order to prep for this, we did also buy the Gnostic Hymn, again trying to squeeze out these intertwined fates before we actually started spending on the crystal top-offs, but unfortunately, even with all that effort, no dice, so it's still okay. Again, totally fine considering how much time I've spent on this game already, so I think it's just a good investment. If you're still like a newish player, I'd probably hold off a bit, so that you don't find yourself in a weird spot where it's just like, oh my gosh, like I am not invested in this game and I've already spent this much money. So let's go ahead. Let's level up our ice. See, I don't know if it's Ayaka or Eula that's a move, you know what I mean? Let me know in the comments below what all y'all picked. Did you go for Ayaka? Did you go for Eula? Did you go for both? Did you get lucky and get them both on soft pity unlike me? So unfortunately, it looks like we are running out of Sakura Bloom, so that is going to be the next move for me to try and get as much as much of that as possible. So let's level up some more, because clearly we have the money for it. We have literally been pushing the limit, like even in terms of the Gnostic Hymn and stuff like that. We have been pushing the limit as much as possible. Let's go here, and then let's use up these tiny ones, because you don't get books back. So you wanna be tactful, right? All right, so let's go here. And you know what? Just because, why don't we just do an intertwined fate? Or I'm sorry, what are these? What are these? What are these? Acquaint Faints. All right, this is gonna be nothing. I am pretty positive this is gonna be nothing. Yeah, indeed, it is nothing. But yeah, if I was like a newer player, I wouldn't be too concerned about putting resources into the game because there's really no reason for you to. 5 stars are honestly, unless you're like super pay to play, they're pretty far and in between in terms of having like a full collection, getting the constellations, things like that. So unless you've been playing for a long time, I don't see the need to spend needlessly early, rather than just saving for a moment where it's like, where you're like me, you've invested too much into the game. Like, you can either keep being free to play, which is totally okay, or you can like shell out a little bit, simply because 5 stars don't really come back super often. So over the course of the game, we've gotten, I think, 3 or 4 total reprints. We got the Venti reprint, we got the Klee reprint, the Child reprint, and the Zhongli reprint. But honestly, over the course of 12 months, we only got 4 reprints. That's pretty thin. So yeah, just my personal take on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with just making that choice, considering just how much I've played the game. But we did get quite a few of, let's see, cryo damage. Yep, this is the one. So, gosh, it's like, I even tried to artifact hunt for, right? Critical damage 14.8, critical rate 6.6. Critical rate on that's okay. Elemental recharge and crit rate is pretty good. But I do like the crit damage, so yeah, I won't bore you with my artifact building or anything like that. Just wanted to keep this a relatively shortish video about polls, about my thoughts on free-to-play, buying Genesis crystals, things like that. So hopefully you all found it enjoyable to finally see me get the Ayaka. Unfortunately, it was the hard pity, but that is totally okay. We got a C3 gene in the process. And actually, if we want to take a look, actually, maybe I'll make this a separate video, just examining the, or analyzing the pull rates and stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, about every 10, we got a 4-star anyways, and we would get like an additional 4-star just randomly here and there. So it feels like it's about the same, to be honest, if I had to give just kind of like an early talk about how it went. See, here we actually hit a dry spell where we didn't get any characters, but here we got a 4-star weapon and a 4-star character. So I think it's about the same. I really don't think it matters. I think if you're free to play, I would probably just, honestly, so 1 to 20, I think you have a higher chance. So just do single pulls from 1 to 20. 20 to 70, I believe it's pretty dead across the board. So you could do 10s or singles. And then 70 plus, you should be considering to do 1 at a time, because that's when your odds, I think, like rocket through the roof is what the data miners found. But yeah, that is all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. If you'd like to join my Discord, talk about Genshin, we are sort of building a community in there. I definitely like to see you all there, talk about your awesome rates or your team comps, things like that. Talk about the Spiral Abyss, because obviously your boy is only doing so okay in terms of Spiral Abyss. So yeah, go ahead, hop in the Discord if you want to talk about this game and let me know what your thoughts are. The link is right down there in the yellow box. Go ahead, type that into your URL and you should be good to go. But that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.